So today we're doing Stumpy's cave. We're going to be redoing it. It's been quite a minute since we've done it, so let's get started. So right now, the plan of attack is just, you know, taking out decorations, removing the plants, obviously removing the lizard, cleaning up the, you know, buildup of hard water stains, and redo her bedding, freshen it back up. So. So this is a Leachie. She's been with us, well, before I was here, so she's probably like 11, 12, because I've been here for over 10 years. But yeah, usually Leachies aren't this calm. They're very noisy and sometimes bitey. But the reason why we call her Stumpy, as you can see, she was born with no right hand. You think that would help her not, you know, she wouldn't be able to climb very well, but she does just fine. As you saw, she was up against the glass and everything, so yeah, let's go ahead and put her up for right now and get her going. Here you go, honey. You're such a sweetheart. She's so soft. Yeah.
What's that plant you got?
It's a pothos, and can't remember the variety, what it's called, but it's like a really nice, like speckly.
Variegated?
What's that? Well, they're all variegated, but this, like this right here is a, I think the golden pothos, versus this, you can see they're still having different patterns. It's the pattern of it that's the name of it. Look how fresh that is. And look at all the springtails. Like, heck yeah, it's a nice feast going on. It stinks. Go wash this up. So the nice thing about Bioactive is it's kind of a self-cleaning tank. And it's also a lot healthier for plants to grow. So basically what it is, it's a little hard to see, which is the reason why we're going to be cleaning this up. There is a layer of hydrogen balls or some rocks, like pumice or something, and then you have a screen, and then you put your dirt that you use up right on top, and that'll help keep the dirt from getting into the rocks. What that helps with is, they call it a false bottom. So whenever water is added to the tank, it will fill up the rocks a little bit, not all the way, and it'll help keep it'll help keep the soil from becoming septic and like staying like overly moist and stuff like that. So stagnant. And it also helps, it creates like a little ecosystem, and the springtails you saw earlier, they help with you know, if you miss a poo-poo here or there, that happens. As you can see, there's a couple poo-poos that we've missed, but can't get them all. That's what springtails come in for, and they'll kind of start slowly eating those away, and it'll actually turn into dirt, which comes into fertilizer, and how you get a healthy plant like this. So now, the most important part is whenever you take out your old dirt from your Bioactive tank, don't throw all of it away. You actually have to keep some of it so you can kind of keep like any culture of like springtails or whatever else has been living in here, because obviously it's worked. We want to save a little bit of it, so I'll probably grab a bin and, you know, save about yay much. So, and I'll help restart the new Bioactive tank. This is our startup culture, so we'll keep this and throw the rest away. Those out. Look at that. That's how you know you got a good healthy root system. Now, whenever you're cleaning your bioactive tanks as deeply as I am, which you don't need to do very often, whenever you get to the hydrogen and it looks like this where it's really dirty, it's really not that bad, but if there's any like big chunks of dirt, that's when you need to either replace or clean them. So what I'm going to do today is just mostly get as much of the dirt out as possible. And oh, look at that. Look at that sheet of moss, algae.
Yeah.
That's not bad stuff though, because look, right there you got some moss growing. So if I put that in, that bioactive stuff, it'll start growing algae or moss. So this is the stuff that we use to clean out our tanks. It's called Wipeout. It's really good stuff. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a nice cleaner, deodorizes it, you know, disinfects. It's very safe to use on your tanks whenever you're cleaning. Obviously you don't want to leave it in the tank whenever you put your animal back in. Make sure you wipe it out as much as you can. But yeah, it's good stuff. So today, we're going to use Riptor Bark and Jungle Mix. Nice 50-50 mix of it. Usually I go a little bit heavier on the Riptor Bark, but let's do them up this one.
What is that?
Peat moss. It helps, it's kind of like Jungle Mix. I mean, it is part of what Jungle Mix is made of, but it's an extra, more of a nice fluffy agent to add. Decorating. Just gonna be putting old decorations and new decorations in. And this is one of the new ones. I thought was nice. Was it lace rock? I don't know. Dragonstone? No, it's not Dragonstone. It's porous, so it's gonna hold moisture very well. And my plan is that I'm hoping moss will start growing over top of it. So look at this.
I'm supervising. Being the foreman. It's incredible.
I made this like 4 or 5 years ago.
It's amazing.
And it's still like
it's grown so. No, it's a fireball bromeliad, or it's a bromeliad.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I almost forgot, but let's add some of the old bedding in. This will help get this bioactive going. And just sprinkle it on in there, just kind of make sure it gets everywhere. I'm gonna split this. So the nice thing, the good and bad thing about pothos is they root really well, but if you ever uproot them, you kind of have to clip them into smaller pieces because the bigger they are, it's harder for them to reestablish themselves. Because what they'll do is they'll start focusing more on the roots than they do the leaves, and so they'll actually they can't upkeep the leaves that they already have. So we're gonna snip it into a couple pieces. Do about that. That should be good. I would suggest fewer, but that should be okay. Stick this guy. So these are some of the plants I've clipped from our other tanks. So I'm going to go ahead and start planting those. Last but not least, spray down the cage, and especially where we've planted the new plants in, because you want to make sure their roots are nice and soaked so that they don't dry out, because they're very unhappy right now, I can tell you that. Use right at the base of your plants. Give them a nice, good watering. Especially your moss. Even though I've already soaked it, I'm still gonna make sure the ground underneath it stays wet. Thank you. Alright, let's go to your new place. She's excited. There you go, honey. Try your new small branch. There you go. She's got some claws on her. There she goes. Look at her. Go ahead and christen it, and we'll leave you alone for the day, Stumpy.